Sup guys, here we are in a new video. In this video we are going to be discussing podcast versus Twitter Spaces. These are two different things and work in different ways. People have been saying Twitter Spaces is going to take down podcasts, but that's not it. You need to know Twitter Spaces can't replace podcast. A podcast is a file of audio recording. You can edit it and publish it yourself. Like you do the editing and all that yourself. You can record a podcast with a friend or invite someone over because you need to meet physically in order to make that work perfectly. While on the other hand, Twitter Spaces is a live audio conversation on Twitter, and anyone with a Twitter account can join and speak if he is permitted to by the host or the co-host. First things first, quality. Quality is everything. The quality on podcasts is on a whole different level with the quality of the Twitter Spaces. Like the audio quality is just amazing. Because when recording a podcast, we use external microphones, external headphones and all that. But on Twitter Spaces, it's just the microphone in your device, your phone, your iPad or something like that. And honestly, that isn't enough. You can't compare it with an external microphone that's meant for podcasts or audio recordings. And when recording a podcast, you need to meet physically with all the people that want to be in that particular episode. But on Twitter Spaces, you just start a space or schedule a space and then kickstart it. People can join, but there are downsides because of the technical difficulties. Maybe your phone will die, maybe a network issue, or maybe a very slow Wi-Fi. But what if you are set? Your device is 100% charged, you have a very fast Wi-Fi, no technical difficulties at all. There's still an issue. While on Twitter Spaces, most of you will notice that, like, let's say we are 5 in the Twitter Spaces, and I start by, "Hey guys, how are you doing?" The second person that is going to talk will not hear me immediately I say that. It will be like, "Hey guys, how are you doing?" "Oh, I'm fine. How's your family?" "Oh, I'm fine too. How are you doing at work?" and all that. It will be like you are talking and there's 2 seconds or a second delay before the other person can hear you exactly and before the other person can reply you. So that's kind of like slowing down or killing the energy. And that can never happen while recording a podcast because you are saying the person, "Hey, how are you doing?" "I'm doing fine. How's your job?" and all that. Because seriously, on Twitter Spaces, I really emphasize on that 2 seconds delay or second delay. Like, it's very annoying. "Hello, how are you doing?" "I'm doing fine. How's your..." Like it's just killing the whole energy. Lastly, when recording a podcast, you can set your lights, your camera so that podcast can be a YouTube video or something like that. But for Twitter Spaces, I don't think you can. You can like start recording with your phone or your iPad or something like that doing a Twitter Space. I don't think that will work. But for podcasts, you can sure set your lighting and your camera, and at the end you are going to have an amazing YouTube video you can upload, and also you can publish your podcast. So that's 2 in 1. Because seriously, recording a Twitter Space on a video isn't a good idea. It's just like you talking to your device. "Hey, how are you doing?" "We are doing good." So on this topic, we are going to be discussing this and this and that. Oh, how the hell will that work? So it's just not that good, honestly. And really, it's not that expensive to set up a podcast. Maybe like $200 or $300, depending on the equipment you are going to buy, depending on the microphone, depending on the headphone, and maybe if you are getting lights for the video, maybe if you are getting camera, but it doesn't cost much, honestly. And it's even much professional. Looks amazing, honestly, to set up a podcast. Doing Twitter Spaces isn't a bad idea, honestly, but it's not official. Like, it's not official. It's not organized. Podcast is much organized, inviting a person, sitting down, discussing with the microphones, headphones, and all that. I want to advise you guys to have a very important discussion on Twitter Spaces. Like, you can call your siblings or long distance friends and so on, but not official. And for podcasts, one of the advantages is you get to meet the person you are going to be talking with in person. So you communicate more. Like after the episode, you can go get a drink, talk more, discuss more, and things like that. But on the Twitter Spaces, once you finish end the space, that's it. Also, podcasts, you can come back after 10 years and listen to that particular episode. While on Twitter Spaces, sometimes you can come back and listen, but after 10 years, I think you have to scroll like for at least a year before seeing that Twitter Space, and that doesn't make any sense. So with all this, I think podcasts have a lot of benefits than Twitter Spaces. That's all for the video. Let me know what you think. It's not just my opinion that matters, also yours matters. So make sure to comment below. This is a community. Anyone can talk. Let me know what you think on this. That's all for the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll meet you guys on the next live video. The first live video on this channel will start a live video I think tomorrow, so make sure to subscribe you'll be notified immediately the live video start. So make sure to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll meet you guys in the next live video. Peace.